it's not just music. On all levels, I feel women do not support each other.
I don't, and I hear you. You've got rights to your opinion. I personally feel that the women in the industry do support each other, but we have to remember that the industry is a boys' club. We are literally trying to push our way through. So there's only 1 or 2 or 3 that you guys are allowing to shine at a time. So that's why you mentioned a Nadia and she's shining at the top. Whereas then it's like, okay, let's look for everybody else. And everyone else is underlying under the carpet because the boys' club is not allowing us to shine. Like you're saying, the industry needs to come forward and support the women. It's not that we don't support each other. Nadia Nakai featuring on an Indigo Stella song is because Nadia specifically said she wants to be that person who supports female rappers in the game she didn't get the support when she was coming up. So she wants to support young up-and-coming artists. She's the one who picked up the phone and called Indigo and said, I want a feature because she wants to put Indigo on. Let's enter them. What up, what up? What's good, what's hot, what's happening? Welcome to another hot episode of the POPcast.
Yo, Cosmo, that was so nice. What up, what up? What's good? What's hot? What's happening?
What's Flamin Hot? What's happening?
And we got a Flamin Hot DJ on, you all right?
DJ Sandy's in the mix.
You damn right.
What up, Sandy?
Thank you for this.
Yes.
No problem.
I've
Do you
been
enjoy
starving.
them?
Oh, you've been starving. Are they not too hot there on the tongue? Are you all right? Are you surviving?
You see, I'm acting cool.
Oh, I can
I'm all right.
What's that? Dushang Mabula is kin East London, but he said he's not from East London. Zanele, where are you from?
East of Jersey.
Okay.
Close enough.
Close
For
enough.
Floras.
For slow.
Far
Showcase.
from East London.
No doubt. But really, really in the building. Thank you so much for coming through our time.
Shout out. Thanks for having me.
No
Yes.
doubt. Cosmo Sipi.
We are in Deep Kloof today. We are in the dirty south of Johannesburg. We're here at Magubenjalo, but then we're inside the barber shop, which is the Barber Empire. So if you want to get yourself a little drinky drink, but also want to get your edge up, come through to the south and check it out. And of course, Scoopy did say he's going to get himself a young trim.
Yeah, young trim. But Fitz, handle me right. Because, you know sometimes you go to a barber and then they got the wrong razor for you.
Oh.
Hey. Cosmo, how do you feel about razor bumps?
Hey, those things are not attractive. I already
They're not.
They're not
You know that we
attractive.
can't hide from razor bumps.
I know, and it's tricky now because now you want to lean in for the love situations, and then
you
you're
get
like,
bumps.
what's happening here?
Yeah, shisa. When you cut that thing, yeah, shisa. Because it lasts for 2 days. When you're like, oh my gosh, I got such nice. Then after 2 days, 3 days, because it happens because your hair as a black person is so coily.
Yeah.
But anyway,
It's the ingrowns.
Yeah, we're going too deep. I'm sure you guys are not trying to be barbers. You guys are trying to be in the game.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, all right, so we're here obviously shooting our POPcast episode. Shout outs to our guest who is going to be, weighing in on a couple of things. And I'm so glad you're here because we're going to chat about a few things. And I know you're no holds barred. Huh?
Depends.
Look at Cosmo setting him up. Yo!
She's trying to unlock me.
Who am I?
He needs to be unlocked. Otherwise, why are you here?
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
What's
All
the
right,
first one?
so we're going to kick it off nice and easy. Don't worry. We've got a couple of really awesome music releases. We do have, so many happened this week. Nasty C dropped a new song. Best I Ever Had, I think that's the name of the song. Gigi Lemaine also dropped on with Mikasa and Blackie.
Wow.
Didn't expect that one. It's called Feeling You.
Yeah.
Boyti dropped the 018
Remix, baby.
Yo, that one is fire.
Sure.
Okay?
Sure.
We also have Tumitladi also dropped a dope release. Indigo Stella and Nadia Nakai paired up. Did really well as well with the Apple charts. So shout out to the ladies who are also putting in that work. Talking about ladies, here's a lady who also is getting her flowers, who just went double platinum with Price to Pay. A big shout out to Miss Pooh.
Miss Pooh. Price to Pay.
That song was
I
amazing.
actually feel like Miss Pooh doesn't get enough respect. She doesn't get celebrated enough. And she's done a lot.
Yeah.
She's dropped a lot of hits.
Yeah.
She's given us nothing but hits. Like any Miss Prue joint you can think of is a smash.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I feel like people are not celebrating her enough.
People are going to say I'm being a little bit of a feminist, but I just think the women generally are always slightly undermined. And that also speaks to, like you mentioned.
Nobody undermines Nadia.
I guess.
Nobody
so.
undermines you.
I actually do when it comes to my music releases.
Oh, music
I actually,
releases,
when it comes
okay.
to my music releases, I actually do.
Maybe you don't pay.
I am not paying anybody, please. I'm not about to do those things. Please.
Because apparently
relax.
Viola is really in
Me,
this
I'm
country.
broke. I don't have time for those things.
Yeah.
But yes, you're right. We need to show the ladies a little bit more love within the music space. And Miss Prue double platinum on a single Price to Pay, and she's also nominated for the Summers. So I really hope she does take it. Also, just to show women who are doing well within the music space, but also in the hip hop space as well.
I want to add to that. Né? I think like we are scared to be honest about sometimes. Sometimes even guys could get looked over, but guys, even if they hate each other, support each other. Women don't do a good job of exalting their people.
We do.
Okay, we can agree to disagree here.
Okay.
This is where I'm coming from.
Okay.
Because we're saying that Ms. Prue gets overlooked. And with guys, they don't stand a chance to get overlooked because their people support them. Like I said, we can agree to disagree, but I don't feel women do that. I don't feel women support each other in dramas. I don't feel women support each other in style. I don't feel women support each other in music. I don't feel like women support each other.
Okay.
And I know that dudes don't like each other, but I will see a dude supporting a dude, even though they don't like this dude.
But
because it's out of respect of what this guy has achieved.
Sometimes they'll do that because they know they can gain something from the whole.
Whatever it is, the fact remains that there's numbers behind a guy.
Okay, so I am going to...
But I wasn't done.
Okay, let me let you finish.
Yeah. So maybe also, I'm not asking you to defend women. Maybe let me just holler. The other thing is, Ms. Prue is great, but we have to be honest about the industry we are in. If you want to be an artist that kills the numbers and don't get praise, but your numbers are your solace, then cool. So what I mean is, you have to decide when you're going to be the person that makes the hits and lets people know about it. You have to do the media run.
Yeah.
You have to do the media. Ms. Prue akayishayi media run.
She doesn't do right.
Akayishayi. Now, this is television. This is entertainment.
Yeah.
You gotta be honest about what you're here to do. She has her fill of accolades and awards, and you know she does hits. Does she want to be recognized and clapped for, or does she want to just kill and be in the background? Yabo? Inzima when you're asking us to do something that even the artist isn't doing.
Yeah.
Yabo? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm saying it's nice, but we can't kill ourselves for not giving props when someone also is not like adamant on showing us that aibo ngiyanikhohlwa phela. And it happens in this game all the time until you pick up the balls to go, you guys, you need to know me. And unfortunately, I think South African artists are very scared to do that sometimes.
Yeah.
They rely on the fans
It's the
to do
Ubuntu
it.
factor.
UJR also calls amahlomba, amahlile. Like we've got this, I'm humble, you elevate me. But we're not good at stepping up to spaces and claiming our thing. Even if you've done it, it's almost like Mzansi, you cannot tell people you're the one.
Yeah.
But what's the difference now? Because Black Diamonds, they don't do a media run. Like, I've never seen a Black Diamond.
The difference is they're males. So they are male. That's what I said. Guys have a backing. There'll always be guys waiting, even if they don't like them.
Yeah.
There'll always be a guy going. That's what Black Diamond has. And again, it's not just music. On all levels, I feel women do not support each other. Unless it's about GBV.
Yeah, but the industry must just support women. For me, that's how I feel. It mustn't be about boys and girls, us and them. The industry must just support everybody.
No doubt.
And I honestly think that's the nail on the head there, Sandy. I don't, and I hear you. You've got rights to your opinion. I personally feel that the women in the industry do support each other, but we have to remember that the industry is a boys' club. We are literally trying to push our way through. So there's only 1 or 2 or 3 that you guys are allowing to shine at a time. So that's why you mentioned Nadia and she's shining at the top. Whereas then it's like, okay, let's look for everybody else. And everyone else is underlying under the carpet because the boys' club is not allowing us to shine. Like you're saying, the industry needs to come forward and support the women. It's not that we don't support each other. Nadia Nakai featuring on an Indigo Stella song is because Nadia specifically said she wants to be that person who supports female rappers in the game she didn't get the support when she was coming up. So she wants to support young up-and-coming artists. She's the one who picked up the phone and called Indigo and said, I want a feature because she wants to put Indigo on. So I don't think it's about women not supporting each other. I've done many female collaborations. Miss Prue also did a female collaboration. So us as the women can only do so much. If the game, like you're saying, the game will support Black Diamond 100%, even without a media run. But with us, it's like we have to do 1,000% of the work only for you guys to see us. Do you understand?
I get it. And the thing is this, no matter what, the disparities are there. It's about, are we going to complain about it? Or you have to do something about it and move on. Because it's like with Black people as well, we can cry about a lot that white people do, but until we conglomerate and gang up and do something about it, our politics will change. So I agree. Niggas are not good at supporting females as much as ladies are not supporting each other. Now, the ladies have to think, like they've done before, are we going to sit here and take it or are we going to show it? Because you're also saying that Nadia picked up the phone and called because she didn't experience the help, which stems to my point. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's beautiful that you as Nadia, you as Cosmo, you as Boiti, you as Mosley, you as whoever, like what's happening with, I've never seen what's happening with not Nadia, Uzinhle, Upearl, no Mosley.
Yeah.
I have not seen women do that.
And it's beautiful to watch.
It's beautiful to watch because niggas do it all the time.
Yeah.
And you see it now, you're like, these women are in 2, 3 different genres, but they can support it. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And like you said, Wendy Chilo Bani Sapotani, and then you said Nadia felt like she had to do that because she didn't have that support, which is what I love. So above and beyond anything, we need to do a better job of supporting our ladies. And secondly, ladies, don't be shy of taking your crown.
Yeah, 100%.
The weird part though is there's more ladies than males in the country, you know?
In the country, but not in the music industry.
But it's supposed to be, the support is supposed to be high up there.
Because it's a boys' club and you guys are letting us
as men,
in.
we still out there like hogging stuff.
Exactly.
But the consumer though, you understand?
What?
So the ladies could be buying all your music, basically.
That's what Tupac said. Tupac said, guys don't buy, ladies buy, and guys just dub. If you want to make it, you got to be selling to women. You're not selling to guys. The guys want to be you, but they don't want to support you. Outside of Twitter and like Instagram.
Exactly.
Because it's like, yo, you're getting all this money and you're getting the girl I want.
But that's the thing, the guys will support by clicking. That's where it is. That's with the follow.
Yeah.
That's kind of
not for real.
That's kind of where it sits. All right, still speaking about music releases, there's also a big release that's apparently in the works. Zandy, maybe you can give us a little bit of an inside scoop. Maybe you have the inside scoop.
He does. He's right here.
Apparently, iFani and Big Kosa are going to be collaborating.
Who's Big Kosa?
It's a homie that dropped a freestyle a couple of days ago, and it got 100,000 views on YouTube in less than 24 hours.
Only because he was going at the whole game in one freestyle.
No, but this freestyle now, this is the lemon freestyle.
Oh, yeah.
See now where he's actually rapping. His I don't want to call him like a gimmick, but he's a comedy rapper.
Oh, he's academics with a mic or with flows.
I don't know about academics, but he's got a flow.
The wrong word.
But he's got a flow. Look, he got people's attention by going at the whole game. The second freestyle was where we actually started hearing him actually coming with
What
the
was
bars.
the first freestyle about?
That one was about
This record
this record to the game.
Okay.
Just telling everybody,
Relax. I'm the one.
Relax. I'm winning.
Everybody but Big Zulu.
Because he doesn't want that smoke. Because he's Big Xhosa, he's not Big Zulu.
Sure.
So apparently there's a collaboration coming through with iFunny. And I mentioned this to Zandy, because Zandy used to work with iFunny.
Yeah.
Zandy, actually, you've DJed for a couple of rappers in the game. You also DJed
Name them.
for Reason.
I enjoy performance, being a performance DJ. you know.
Yeah.
So
Who
I've
else have you
done
worked with?
WHP, I've done it for Reason, Keith Murray, I've done it for iFunny.
Keith Murray. You see how you say?
King Ling. I feel like I'm in Super Mario Brothers. That's
Like even the house
crazy.
cats, Nak Music, and so I've done it for a lot of guys.
That's crazy, man.
Which is what a lot of DJs are sleeping on. There's a lot of money there, and it actually builds your brand,
Yeah.
because you get to tour, you get to be in
meet
every
people.
space, basically. You meet people exactly.
Then you can make the booking guy that booked you with Reason, then you can make your own gig with them. I think Dibbles and Cosmo have been surviving on it for a long time. Oh, you guys never been artist DJs?
No.
You have never been an artist DJ?
Never. And
How come you have not been a DJ for a female rapper?
Because I put the girls on in my other platforms.
Oh, really? Do you, Cosmo?
Don't listen to Scoop.
Quickly,
Anyway.
before we go to the iFunny thing, I saw a Venom tweet the other day. He was like, I'll never be a performance DJ or an artist DJ or whatever.
Why does he look down?
Exactly. So the difference now is a lot of DJs, they think you just need to stand there and press play. But the actual performance DJ, you perform with the artist, Whether you grab the mic,
The
whether
hype
you
man and the
scratch, or
mic.
whether you change the songs,
Ad-libs.
I remember the one Pop Bottles we got there, we didn't have an intro. I created an intro like instantly before the set.
Who was the artist?
iFunny. In Durban, that was the Pop Bottles in Durban. Like,
He didn't have an intro, but he got a mad outro.
so anyway, I don't know nothing about this release.
Okay. When last did you speak to him?
It's just mainly SMSs and
SMS in 2021.
iMessage. It's
Okay.
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's last time I checked on him, he was just having a good time, chowing his money.
Sure.
He sounded happy.
Yeah.
Like in
Yeah.
good space, like mentally and that.
Does
So,
he want to come back into the game properly, or is
It
he just
seems
like,
like it.
or is he just visiting?
It seems like he wants to come back in the game, but by helping other artists. So his collaboration with yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other thing is like, I love that when you mention about performance rap, I sometimes don't even look at the artist when they're performing. I'm looking at his DJ. There's artists that have such a great rapport with their DJ and the crowd at the same time. Rick is one of them.
Yeah.
Like, he's got the mic here and he'll be talking like this at the back. And if the DJ is here, he won't see what's happening, I love that because he really brings the performance in, and those ad-libs that a DJ has to make. You actually have to prepare yourself like an artist when you're going to go play at these places.
Focalistic's got a good one as also.
Yeah, your focus
Yo,
DJ
what the-
is in it. Okay.
Yo, guys,
Exactly.
that guy.
I feel like he's also just like, I'm also Foca. Like, I'm Foca point 2. He's like Robin to the Batman.
He's been on cruise. His career has been on cruise control since when?
It's been, I think, a year and a half, 2
Kista.
years now.
Since that remix.
Since Kista.
Since that-
No, since the original. The original
The
was...
original was bad, ne? But like he makes it feel like it's not COVID.
Yeah.
Actually.
When you look at his page, you're like, Mbana, when are you going in the mask? He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
But he's killing it and he's representing. And how he brought Davido to come to South
Yep.
Shout outs for that, because Davido obviously came back and was just running the streets of Johannesburg and
was
South
so easy to get a hold of.
Dude.
Ula.
He was there, Pitori, Durban, Cape Town, Soweto, Zonke Wonke, inside.
I know ways. Speaking of dudes that are doing great, a major league, guys.
Ooh.
Guys,
Major for me.
I know ways.
Nah.
You know what? You guys are killing it. You guys are
You got the money now.
no, let's do it like this.
And they've got the timing right, because like right now, West Africa, actually Africa, is messing with the Yano sound.
Yeah.
Like I get DJs from West Africa or like everywhere. They're trying to get the Yanos. Like, they're like, Sandy, can you hook us up? What's hot there? What's happening there? What's the biggest song right now? So they just had the timing
Even
right.
London.
Like, they picked that up And now they're running with it, you know, because now they're touring Africa like it's like they're going around sentence. You know?
But they've always had a bit of a view when it came to South African sounds.
Yeah.
Because obviously when they were releasing music, they came through with a new age kwaito, and obviously then moving over to a piano sound. For them, I think they always kind of knew that they wanted to do things internationally.
Yeah.
And taking that decision to kind of then say, okay, let's kind of park this direction, let's go in another direction. I think for them, they're just like, yo, we're still rapping South African music, and that's what they want to kind of take to the world. And I remember having a conversation once, and they had said, Guti, you know, for them, the tricky part about taking hip-hop to the world is that, do you know of a global hip-hop DJ that's killing it right now, besides DJ Khaled?
Not in the DJ Khaled scale, but you must remember there's different types of DJs. There's like the turntablists, the freestyle DJs, the guys that do like DJ competitions.
Yes.
Then you get the DJ Khaled kind of style, the celebrity A-class DJ. There's not many like that.
Exactly. So that's also kind of what they had viewed. And they said they wanted to take things to like the next level. How do they take things to the next level? It's a little tricky, I think, for the world when you go there and then you want to play hip-hop. And it's like, but the crazy thing for me is hip-hop is the most streamed genre in the world, but you can't make it as a big DJ in the world.
No. A Nigerian DJ said to me, Zanele, you must come to Nigeria, man, but you must play piano. And I'm like, but I'm a hip-hop DJ. He's like, yeah, but okay, maybe you can play the old school. I'm like, no, bro, but you know, so for me,
crazy.
it's like,
I'm really trying to find out.
But it got me thinking maybe I should play.
And like, you got me thinking for real. Like, and sometimes it's okay to not know. Like, I don't know this one. But see, you're right. Like, such a big genre, and the artists of this genre get bought multi-platinum, multi-millions.
Yeah.
But the DJs are outside of Khaled. I can't Swiss Beats, but he had to move to other things.
Yes.
You know? But that's right. How come?
But even then with Swiss Beats, I think he also takes it to the next level because he's also a producer. You know what I mean? So the production thing also is a very big, important role within the DJing space. So I guess it's an up and down. I don't know. It's a conversation we still need to kind of broaden up as the hip-hop space and then say, how do we then, you know, find the loophole to get around this thing?
I just wanted to add on to the major league thing. And maybe I'm going to reveal some information that people don't know. But for me, I know it changed the way I looked at them and it changed the way I saw them. When you go to the hood, because you live there every day, you don't see what's special about it. When a white person visits you as a tourist, they can extract things that you overlook, but they can make them seem marketable, you know? Why I say this is because with Major League, personally, as a person who's creative, I always gave them a hard time because they never created something. I always gave them a hard time, personally and here, you know? And then I found out that a part of their upbringing wasn't in South Africa.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. So when they look at South Africa, they're actually looking at it from a very touristy eye.
Okay.
And you might be neglecting your South Africanness, but they're like, oh my God, this is the one. Which is also something, and again, I used to look down on them because I felt like they weren't South African enough because they grew up somewhere else. But I have to applaud how they've, even with South Africa that we love, they've maximized and moved it to other places. Yeah. They didn't invent that new age kwaito. I think because they had ties with Ricky, who had ties with Malume, they were able to package it. They're great at packaging.
Yeah.
They don't invent.
Who came up with the name though? Wasn't it them?
I don't know. Again, if it is them, it goes back to that thing. They are great at packaging.
Yeah.
Okay. So then they did that, but also they also are very, like with an artist, sometimes a nigga's like, yo, I can't jump ship on this flow that I've created.
Yeah.
I can't jump ship on the genre. They're not genre specific. If it's hot, they go with it, package it. If it's not, 2-3 years later, they skip ship. And now they did it with piano. And again, as a creative, I was like, I wonder how Bori feels about it.
Yeah.
I wonder how Kabza feels about it. But at the end of the day, Nigerians are making piano.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I love that also they embodied him into this Ghana gig.
Yeah.
You know? So I will be honest, I was snotty about it's almost like when they call you a weed snob. Oh, that's not higher grade. No, you didn't make that sound. You just took it. I was like that towards them. But I cannot deny what they've done in packaging a piano and having that whole piano to the world, those balcony mixes in different countries.
Yeah.
And I think they just signed to Universal, and now they're adding the machine into what they are doing. And they are a great example of also finance. You cannot win in this game and own things and market things without that finance. When guys create something, but they're struggling wherever they're from creating this thing, they don't even have a video. Major League can go to the internet, get the sound, get a feature, make a video for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be honest about that. I'm like, yo, guys, like in terms of like business-wise, marketing, and knowing how to push something, I haven't found niggas that are better than you guys at that. Whether you create a sound or not, you polish things and you make them so accessible, not just for us now, but for the rest of Africa. And then the Uncle Vinny shit is just crazy.
Oh, yeah.
At 19, he's with Wizkid. He's seeing the country. It's like Vinny doesn't have to have a skill right now. It's almost like he's doing the white boy gap year.
Yeah.
He's doing it with Major League.
Oh, did he pass?
And he's touring the world.
He
He
did.
did.
Oh, nice.
We asked
Yeah,
him,
he
don't
did.
worry, we made
Yeah,
sure.
he did. So
Nice.
for them to have him at 19 years old, seeing that and experiencing that, there's no way Vinny's gonna come back here. If he sits at a table and a brand wants him, he's doing himself a disservice if he doesn't get the maximum amount.
Yeah.
Because it's like, guys, I don't even need anything. I'm with Major League. I'm on yachts. then
Like,
in
I'm
Ghana.
great, thank you. I'm touring the continent.
So thank you to them for making Vinny's fee without no work push up. Just by that.
Also, thank you to them for plugging Focalistic. We must not forget about it.
Whoa!
Major League did
Was
that.
the one.
You understand?
Was the one.
yeah, they did
Kamumpel.
a
Yeah.
lot with
Yeah.
Kamumpela. They
Yeah.
did a lot with Focalistic.
Funny because the industry, actually not the industry, like people were just giving them a lot of stick for jumping ship. But now they're kissing ass.
But it was also, the thing is, I think it's also coming in with, and I won't lie, I'm guilty of this as well.
Yeah.
But with time, you get more information, you realize, actually, maybe there's some vision in this thing. I think as hip hop, we tend to be purists too much.
Yeah.
We hold on to OGs and we hold on to, oh my gosh, this is where we come from, 1994, hey. Okay, sharp, we're in 2021 now.
Yeah.
What's new, what's good, what's happening.
Yeah.
The kids right now don't care about where you struggled 10 years ago. Not to say that we're forgetting history, but we're just saying, move with the times. And like I said, I was guilty of it as well at some point in my life. And now I'm just like, actually, let's move on because things change rapidly every single day. And if you're constantly holding on to something, you're never going to be able to get somewhere. And then we're going to look at the likes of Major League and be like, I should be there. Okay, but you chose to sit at the back and complain.
Thank you.
Instead of do something about it.
Thank you. Yeah.
So shout out to them for then saying, you know what, we're moving. This train is moving.
They move,
It's either
Baba.
you're coming with us or you're not coming with
They
us,
move.
but let's move.
They move.
And you're talking about their marketing as well, even with what they did with Major League Gardens.
Ooh, yeah.
Every time I look at that, I'm just like, this is remarkable.
Sure.
Change the scape of eventing.
Yeah.
Huge.
And they also, again, they didn't invent that. They just took a Dimples format and they just
Packaged
made
it.
it. Yeah.
Why do you always have to go back to that?
No, I'm just letting them know. Because a lot of times, niggas also in this, a lot of times in SA, the people that create things and create the avenue, the people that create the Ria Vaya
the
bus
first,
stops,
the first
they are
person.
not congratulated. But everyone supports the person biting the person.
Yeah.
Almost like people are mad at the originator. Because for whatever reason.
But you don't say, yo, girl, you're so beautiful, but yo, your mom did well. You know? You don't say
Yes,
that.
and what kind of
But that's
comparison is
different.
that?
But sometimes you must
different.
just give props.
No, that's
and
different.
just leave it
That's
as
like
it is.
saying, niggas do say, yo, I like that sneaker. Nigga, you didn't make the Nike.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, in terms of the women's shit, like, dog, in terms of like, I invented something, I don't get no support, but someone who bites me, everybody will support.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
remember.
It happens all the time.
So I'm just letting that know. Maybe we might edit that out.
It does happen a lot though, and I think it's obviously something inherent.
Can I say another thing?
Yes.
Sorry, cause I
was basically just saying that it is inherent within the times and the wave and how you jump on and take advantage of it at the end of the day. It does suck for the creator. Unfortunately, the guy who opens the door won't be the guy who's reaping the rewards. Unfortunately, and we've seen it time and time again. But it's good to see the industry grow.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we also need to, show love to.
No doubt. Again, and I'm back to this point about the creator never gets props, but they love the person coming after the creator. They hate Nasty C, but they love Blackie.
Who hates Nasty C?
I wouldn't say hate.
I'm hyperbolizing.
Okay.
But you know what I mean.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
No one gives Nasty C props for that. The Blackie and Lucas rap flow was developed from a Nasty C skeleton.
Yeah.
But no one will give Nasty the props. But everybody will love Lucas and Blackie.
I hear you. I think you're talking obviously from a South African landscape because everyone's just like, okay, where's Nasty now? He's got this American thing going. He's obviously in the States. And it's like, okay, cool. But Blackie's now the new kid on the block and he's giving it maybe just a little bit more of a Zulu swing. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm saying if you listen to Nasty's flow before you heard Blackie, from Strings and Bling to stuff, that the way he speaks, that was Nasty invented.
Yeah.
But everybody hated Nasty for being that. But Blackie and Lucas comes along and everybody loves it.
Yeah.
But they don't say that actually without Nasty C developing this flow, we wouldn't have this railroad of rap right now.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like things changed for Nasty after the Zulu Man with Some Power album.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Because
Changed how?
like a lot of people didn't really vibe to the album, you know? And they were vocal about it. And he got a lot of stick because it's Zulu Man with Some Power, not enough Zulu on it, you know? And then Blackie comes through and he's got those Zulu ad-libs, he's got that Zulu sway, and and he does what maybe they would have expected to hear on Zulu Man with Some Power.
Yeah.
You see the connection?
I got what you mean.
Yeah.
I got what you mean.
So I think people just with Nasty. Until that album, they were like, ish, okay, we here, but give us something better,
Yeah,
you know?
I hear
I get you.
Like Strings and Bling.
I feel like with Nasty, it is something that I haven't spoken about, and I'm going to speak about it now. I feel like his success at his age has been great for him on a credential level, but it really has, because it's so big, so young, it hampers your personal development.
Yeah.
And you need those personal experiences in life to make better music. But when you're 19 and you're the man and all you see, like Drake says, is truck to the hotel lobby to the underground, that's Nasty's life for about 3 years since he was 18. And it only gets bigger and better because he can't be normal.
Yeah.
He's always here. He's always have to be watching. And music can only get better when you get more experiences. But he can't because he's on tour, he's overseas, and he's a young kid with a team, and he's so guarded that all he sees is tinted windows. All he hears is, you know what I mean?
He's living a dream though.
He's living a dream. And at the same time, will we get another view from him besides the penthouse?
I think that's what he's looking for now that he's in the States for 6 months.
Straight up.
Because in as much as he grew up in the R and he's lived that life for 3 years, there's only so much that he could then talk about from a South African perspective.
Yeah.
So that's why I think he's gone to the States for 6 months, for him to also be a nobody all over again.
Love that.
To be able to experience real stuff all over again, even though he's got access to like real people like T.I. and whatever the case may be. He's got that access, but on a day-to-day basis, he can walk the streets and not be bothered.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love that he went there.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, talking about exports as well, your girl B apparently has also relocated to the United States.
time.
She's gone to New York. What do you think she's actually going to go out there and do? I don't have a real scope over.
There was
over it right now.
a rumor. I mean, I'm gonna say there was a rumor, and I'm gonna say it's a rumor because hopefully I don't get charged $500K.
Apparently, allegedly.
Hopefully, I don't get calls for an apology and a 500K. So it's a rumor. It was a rumor that she was gonna do a show with Charlemagne.
Oh yeah, he has been speaking about that for a while.
And Charlemagne has gotten iHeart
Radio
rights and shares where he's in charge of building up the black and diasporical profile for the station. Because they're killing America already. And now they want to, because they see Nigeria, they see South Africa. So these eyes are on the continent. So he was in charge of, firstly, correcting the wrongs of media in terms of black Americans. And now iHeart is like, actually, why aren't we not focusing on the continent if everybody is loving the continent so much? And yes, so there was a rumor that she's gonna do something with Charlemagne. I think that's a no-brainer. But also on that platform of iHeartRadio, she can get her own show. You know? And one thing also that I've realized traveling is that no country takes the job of presenting more serious than South Africa. We are the best presenters in the world. You know what I'm saying? And her going there will glorify South African presenting because they are going to see someone who researches, who looks good, who knows how to style herself, who knows how to do her hair, who's business-minded.
Who's on cue.
On cue with no auto-cue.
1,000.
So I think like it's a great move. And also with her, it's time now. It's time now.
I do think she's hit the ceiling in South Africa, and it's definitely perfect timing for her to be moving.
On a television level, she's definitely hit the ceiling. But I also loved how she laterally went into champagne, you know, and her reality show and stuff. But it's time. It's time. You know, she's as good as Trevor Noah in a different field. Nobody will sell you glamour like Bonang. Even Hollywood A-listers do not sell and package glamour like that woman.
It's just weird that, not weird, it's just funny, peculiar, that she's going over there when the world is coming to Africa.
I don't think that's a bad thing. I think for her, like we've mentioned, it's time for her to go, to explore herself, because we all know America is the media hub of the world. She needs to be able to get into those spaces so that she can be more international than what she is now. Yes, the world is coming to Africa, but the world needs a reference. The world needs somebody to point them in the right direction. Because the last thing you want is for the world to be looking and saying, oh, I want the next big Drake. And then they go looking in the wrong spaces and then they don't find it. So you want somebody who's going to represent South Africa properly and be able to then say, especially if you're saying she's going to be on a platform like that Charlemagne is creating, I think that's perfect because she's still able to be the glam self that she is, be the professional that she is, but still be able to make sure that the right people get the job. Do you understand?
Okay, I get you.
And just to add on that, the world is not coming here. They're looking here. But they don't want to do their things here. They want to, it's almost like
they want to ship us there.
Yes. I'll let you speak.
They're coming. I mean, they're putting money, they're building offices here.
It's not for us. It's to ship.
But helping us along the way.
Not helping us, it helps the individuals, which then makes us dream bigger. Americans are not coming here to save us.
But selfish.
No.
Forget it. Barcelona, it's like an outpost. It's like if to get them cheaper, I need to be there. So the contract negotiation doesn't entail me talking to them over emails and a phone. I need to, if I'm there, I can get you at 20 grand, then fly you. But if I'm overseas and I'm asking you for something, you're gonna ask for 100,000 and a flight.
The same thing happened even with the UK because the UK is constantly trying to break a barrier to get into the US as well. They'll set up shop in the UK, they'll set up shop in Europe, but then at some point then they're like, okay, now that we've gotten what we want, we're going back to the States. It's the same model. Now they're just doing it in Africa.
But I think we both benefit though. Like
definitely.
It's a good thing you actually mentioned the UK. Like for example, back in the days, you'd buy a US vinyl for like $6. But a British vinyl of the same song will be $2.
That's crazy.
You understand? So it benefited the people staying in the UK because now an American song will come and get re-released in the UK and you can buy it for cheaper. I
didn't know that.
You understand?
didn't
So
know
now,
that,
same
man.
thing that's happening with us. A Burger King burger or whatever, it's obviously more expensive if you buy it overseas in the US. But in South Africa now we can eat
why I
that stuff
had those
for cheap.
burgernomics.
Yeah.
That was legit.
Yeah, I
When they
remember.
would tell you the currency in terms of what the burger at McDonald's costs this much,
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's
Yeah.
it's a great way to bring issues that are over and above youngsters' heads into a way they can understand.
Yeah, but just finishing that, now when Nasty C can easily get a feature with Snoop and T.I. and so on because they've set up office here, you know? So it's definitely benefiting us as well along the way. That's what I'm trying to
is.
say.
No doubt.
Definitely,
No
definitely
doubt.
building. And I think it's really awesome from a perspective that, like you're saying, that the world is looking at Africa and trying to export Africans to the rest of the world. But it's dope that they're still saying, yo, at the end of the day, I will be South African.
Yeah.
And it
of
would be
course-
great to have people speak, because so many times they speak about us from that side.
Yeah.
We don't have someone, you know when they have a correspondent?
Yeah.
Like, we've got many correspondents to America, but no one corresponds for us over there.
Yeah.
So loko beyithatha ngokwabo lento. So when she goes there and she calls Tiwa Savage, she calls Burna Boy,
Yeah.
she calls, you know what I mean? All these people, she's gonna be that link because Americans and Londoners and UK and France, no other people are, the first world people are so good at leaving their places to set up shop for their countries
Yeah.
and elsewhere. Kodwa, for Tina, we always think twice about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of course, racism and also shit come into play and you want to be comfortable. There's no other country where as a black person, I felt like I'm a first-class citizen than South Africa.
Yeah.
You understand? So our bandu, but from those first world countries, when they think about stretching forward into Bazenzayo, they don't think twice on Zoyapa. It's nice that someone can go, you know what? I'm gonna go start an outpost for Africans over there in America. We need that. We need that, you know?
Yeah, 1,000%. And of course, with all of these exports that are going through to the States and representing South Africa, we also just need to give a bit of a shout out to Thuso Mbedu, who did that amazing interview with Ellen DeGeneres. Did you see that?
So
Yeah, you've been at it.
I saw that thing. I saw that thing.
Yeah.
Continue, Cosmo.
Beautiful. I think she represented herself really well. I am going to be speaking about the Underground Railroad in my new feature right after this. But of course, just the fact that she's taken her time. She's been patient with her journey. She's been patient with how she wants to get herself to the next level. What I loved about her as well is that, yes, you had mentioned that sometimes as an artist, you need to do the PR, you need to do the owning of the job. I think you also need to do the owning of the work at the right time. Utuso was about, okay, let me grind. Now she's like, okay, y'all better
I'ma
pay
talk
attention. Now y'all better pay attention because I'm doing this and I'm doing it right. And I think she's eloquent, she's representing herself so well, and she's just, star power.
Just to add on that, cause also from the last topic, it's something that Trevor Noah did, something that Black Coffee had to do. In South Africa, we don't have the ladder. It's almost like our house has like 2 stories.
And that's it.
And that's it. But there's like a secret ladder that leads you upstairs that only a few people can get into. But it's never the artist. It's
Yeah.
always the people running the companies that get into that ladder. Ibuhlungu into okuba kutheni singakwazi ukublowa up here. It's almost like here when you get a certain level, you need to go.
Yeah.
Yabo? And for her, she never got to that level.
Yeah.
She just really like
She got that.
jump ship.
She got that
Let's go across.
the secret one.
Nah. And as a person that loves talking to people, especially through interviews, I haven't heard an interview that really like I loved that I haven't done. But she really killed it. I'm so happy that this woman did this and she owned that interview. The accent, I was trying to be like, girl, bring us the South African back. But she's like,
Hey, it captures you, that thing. Yo.
It felt like she was eating Flamin Hot 3 hours.
That accent captures you when you don't even realize it. But you know what? She also had to learn the accent so well for her to do that role. I think it eventually became part of her because
with acting, there's something called rinsing a character. In America, that's why they pay you 20 million, because you're gonna gain the weight. You're gonna go to the dentist and lose the teeth, and you have to be this person. So psychologically, it fucks you up so much, because sometimes when you act, if it's Zandy and he has to act as Sia or Scoop, on set, I can't call him Zandy because it has to stay in character. So sometimes, like being a private investigator or an undercover guy, you lose your identity. They have to go to psychology or psychiatrists to rinse themselves of the old character. And that's what I found, and I saw it in her, like, Maushaw generations, go Rhythm City, I'll lose me.
Same
WhatsApp.
For her, it was so hard for her to railroad back into her South Africanness because she was railroading in the acting of the movie. That was deep.
That makes so much sense because that's what happened to Heath Ledger.
Yes.
Yeah, when he was playing the Joker, he couldn't get himself out of the character. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But shout outs to her, man. I really just want her to shoot the lights out and to be, well, Scoop was saying she's not the next Charlize, she is the next Tusombe.
She's the only.
She's the only.
Yes.
Yeah.
Take that flag.
What's nice is, like, sometimes people don't know how to sell themselves in interviews. I know you guys might experience that when you're interviewing an artist, and maybe an artist you're so excited about, then you're talking to them, you're like, if I was you, dog, I'd be selling myself like this, this, She sold the movie, she sold the crew, she sold the cast so well, without sounding arrogant.
Yeah.
Interview, because with this podcast culture becoming more and more, you guys need to know, back in the day, there was something called media training, and it allows you to understand what your role is in the interview, more than just making the music or the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but South Africa is not easy, bro, because you come from being a guy who shall big room next. The next thing, you're the biggest Mapiano artist overnight. You understand?
Yeah.
Like, nobody has taught you anything about even invoicing or contracts. Now you have to be in front of the mic and they ask you a question. You're like, Donna, I don't know. They're like, Donna, speak up.
It isn't easy.
And then I went back, and then it becomes a big
And also the language.
Yes.
Like we are 80% black country, and a lot of people might not know English, like Model C people, but the medium and the territories we occupy is basically English.
Yeah.
And we laugh at people for speaking broken English, but you'll never laugh at Jose Mourinho when he breaks his English.
But I also think that's a culture thing, that's a society thing that we also need to kind of work ourselves out of.
Yo, we're in trouble. Apartheid, you didn't even know you're going to do this to it, but Abungasazi, white boy, you didn't know. Don't lie. You had no idea that plan was going to end up to us like doubting ourselves like this. I will tell you though, it was a great job done.
All right, so with that, we are on our way out. But remember, we still have Artscape coming up. And we've also got Real Views also coming up where I'm chatting about the Underground Railroad. A big shout out to our guest today, Zandy. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from the Dirty East.
Yeah,
So, Zan, you listen to a lot of SA hip hop, né?
A lot.
We need someone who can give us reviews in the show.
We might just give you a call, my brother.
Are you down for that?
Actually, I'll be keen on that.
And this reviews from, you can have the setup with the mic, the set, then you play the snippet, and we need someone to talk.
Frankly.
Because that was my next line. Like, a lot of artists become really sensitive with such things.
Very.
They think when you're critiquing a song, you're actually going on their character or them as a person. You know? And it's just a song. It's about your song. Yes, we know it's your art, but, not everybody is perfect. Like, some songs are almost perfect, but there's going to be problems there.
Could you be able to do that for us?
Zandy's the only patient person I know who could do this because he's not only, to be a teacher, you have to have patience to deal with someone who keeps messing up. Zandy taught me how to DJ. So...
Sorry. God.
This was my teacher, my principal, that I had to report to every Friday.
For real?
Yeah, and I'd come there from the office in my corporate swag and learn how to scratch.
On vinyl.
On vinyl.
Whoa.
Yeah, on vinyl. Zandy was my teacher.
That's dope.
So the amount of patience it takes to teach someone who doesn't know squat about something and then get them to a certain level. A big shout out to Zandy. So I think he might be the right guy.
For real, dog.
He might be.
I'm available.
Thank you, sir. Maybe we'll edit this out, then we'll just go straight to the feature because we don't want them to know it's you.
Oh.
They're gonna hit you up on the phone. Right? So
I don't know.
We're gonna have to put you in a Spider-Man suit.
As long as I don't have to dance.
Please, we don't need Zandy dancing.
But we do need you, Zandy.
Yeah.
We'll talk offline.
Yeah. All right. So Zandy, where can people catch you? Social media as well as on the radio.
It's at DJ Zandy on all social media platforms. Radio YFM every Thursday, man. I do the 6 p.m. Mixing slot. And the three-way hip-hop show from 9 to midnight.
Which one is Fifla involved with you in?
The three-way.
The three-way, yeah.
DJ.
No, she
It's the hosting, man.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, dope, man.
It's nice.
Light skin and connects.
Not even.
That definitely is what it is. All right, so stick around. We still have the real views as well as the Artscape coming up. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the first segment of Real Views right here on POPcast. So, like I did mention in the last episode, Social Tonton is taking a bit of a back seat, and we're taking the front seat on with what's happening within the local content space, obviously with what's happening on your TVs as well as the movie screens. So, I did mention that I am going to be doing a review on the Underground Railroad. And even though that is an international production, it does have a leading lady who comes from right here, Mzansi. Of course, everybody has been talking about Thuso Mbeto and how she's blowing up the international screens. The likes of Oprah, the likes of Ellen DeGeneres, loving what she's done with this production specifically. So I do want to give a shout out to her. And of course, just persevering and putting herself in that position to tell an American story and immersing herself in this character so well that she did. So she plays the role of Cora Randall, and she is played by her on-screen boyfriend, Caesar, who is played by Andre Pierre. I think it's an amazing production. The way that Barry Jenkins kind of illuminates the screen with this, it's definitely very dark, it's very historical, it is a drama. So if you're watching this, I do suggest that you do it in a dark room just so you can see the images really well. And of course, if you have a surround system, you need the sound. It is very emotional. So if you're not one of those people who likes a drama, maybe you might want to take your time with this one because I do think the series needs a little bit of patience. But I like the fact that Barry Jenkins throws in a little bit of a hip-hop element at the end of every single episode. So if you do have a Prime Video, please subscribe and obviously check it out just to support our sister Thuso Mbeto. She is incredible in this. The fact that she gets her accent so well is just mind-blowing. And I guess obviously just to support our girls. So go out there and check it out and let me know your thoughts.
Wow, man. No matter if you know somebody or you think you know somebody, what I love about umsebenzi wami is noba kwenzeke kanjani, I still like to read what the black and white internet says about a person. It's Artscape, guys. And the person I'm going to be talking about namhlanje, igama lalo sisi nguZanele Muholi. I was introduced to Zanele in 2006, 7, 8, when I was doing Street Journal, and it was my intro into the art world. Back then, she was working with art and already was delivering such strong messages as far as the LGBTQITC and other letters involved community. And it's something that is obviously like today, it's second nature. But Zanele has been doing this since then. But also, umsebenzi wakhe is not restricted to the messages she puts out about her community. Let me tell you what they say on the black and whites. A South African artist, a visual activist, in photography, video, and installation. Another thing about Zanele's work is how diverse it is. Like, she does her photographs, but also when you look at her photographs, it's like, how does she think about these things? Where does she find the everyday utensils that you might look over a kitchen or you might just miss a lounge? She finds a way to put a strong message with it, especially in this photography endeavor that she's just happened to be on right now. You'll see it right now. Dizzy, you got him? Dizzy got him. But then you look at another work she's doing where she's painting. I'm really impressed. And I always say that, I wanted to make a lot of money because I wanted to buy sneakers, I wanted to buy clothes, I wanted to travel. But in the recent time, I really want to make a lot of money because I want to buy South African artists' work. If we don't buy this work, it'll live in overseas galleries. It'll live in, I'm sorry, white people walls. And they really don't get it like us. So this is why this section of POPcast is so important, because you kids that are now going to work, that are going to get checks, that are going to get millions and millions of rands, please know that beyond buying a Gucci, a Robert Cavalli, a Versace, you can invest in buying your countryman or countrywoman's work. So Zanele Muholi, can't wait to see you again. I can't wait to own your work. Another thing about Zanele is a lot of people tend to get their claim to fame by moving to Joburg and having Joburg people accept you, having Joburg crowd annunciate you or be about you. Zanele does every work all over the world, but she resides in Durban. That is amazing. Zanele Muholi. That's our Artscape.